Hey guys, Crystal Grace here. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. So this one is all about how does your crush currently feel about you? So I went ahead and as I shuffled each card to come out of the deck to represent each pile, so pile 1, 2, or 3, I was calling upon the energy to a card to come out to represent the person of your, like on your mind, the crush, right? So please take a moment to really connect with one of these cards intuitively and thinking about your crush. That would be the best way to pick each pile. I'm not sure why I feel the need to elaborate that, but I imagine someone will understand. And obviously when we're asking how a crush is feeling about us, sometimes it's not... Sometimes it can be like a negative message as opposed to a positive one, and I would just rather bear that in mind, for I do not want to sit here and trigger anyone or put them on a downward spiral and ruin their day, evening, or night. So with that said, let's find out, how does your crush feel about you? Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So those of you who chose True Gem, this is your reading. So naturally, when I think about your crush, this is something how you view them, right? So you view them as somebody who brings a lot of value to your connection or maybe to your life. So therefore you might see them as somebody who's very valuable. This person is like high quality. I feel like they may have already gifted you jewelry here. And just bear in mind, like this, every message needs to resonate. Other ways I can connect with this is maybe your crush actually sees you as a true gem. Maybe they see you as somebody who's high value, very valuable. I feel like for a lot of you, you may have a lot of, information or education about a subject matter that really intrigues this individual as well. The thing with quality, what I pick up in regards to this person is this person definitely prefers quality over quantity. So I don't know if that's got something to do with like maybe their body count. So this person definitely prefers to invest time and energy in quality people as opposed to just anybody. So I kind of get the impression they might be a bit of a lone wolf for some of you. For others of you, it's more about them being very selective with who they spend their time with, but they also like to spend time by themselves. This person may wear a lot of jewelry, and as I mentioned, they may have gifted you jewelry. Maybe they like your jewelry. Maybe this person is currently thinking about buying you jewelry. So it really depends where you are at in the stages of this connection. It being crush, this doesn't necessarily mean this person even knows you are crushing on them. You want to know if they are crushing on you. So many different ways to look at a crush. So what I'm going to do before we jump into how are they feeling about you, how are they viewing you, I just want to pull a card for you and another card for them, just to give you that extra confirmation you've picked the right pile. So show me a card to represent pile number 1. And then show me a card to represent the crush. Oh, God. All right. Let's not think boo-hoo. However, we do have the death card on the bottom of the deck. So both of you, death card is represented by the Scorpio sign placement, which is very sexual energy. Scorpio is very sexual in the bed. So whether or not you guys have been intimate, okay, a crush can be also somebody that you are dating. But the fact that I think about death and the rebirth card here, whether or not this connection is currently going through a transformation, maybe after a sexual experience, it will go through a transformation. And I can't help to think, but for the better. But when I'm thinking about this sexual energy and I'm looking at their energy, which is the 9 of Swords, but flip it. It's funny that we've got the 2 Swords energy, which means you're both thinking thinking about each other, is what I feel. It's all about mental clarity, the sword suit. And also communication as well. So for most of you, I would have to say you are in contact with this person. And for others of you, maybe there's a bit of silence happening. The Knight of Swords gives me the impression this person could be like somewhat a bit stressed out about sexual intimacy with you, whether or not it's happened or when it does happen. I definitely feel like this Nine of Swords energy, they are feeling like in a bit of a lack mindset. If that's not resonating, then there is something else going on in this person's life that you could maybe not be aware of. This person may actually not feel like they are good enough for you. Again, flip it around, flip it the other way around. I do feel like with the true gem here, you both see value in each other though. I think you feel like this crush is a true gem, and I feel like they also think you are a true gem. However, do they feel confident enough to come towards you? I don't know. Like, it kind of gives me the impression that they don't. But we do have the Eight of Wands underneath that Death card. I'll leave that there, which gives me the impression some of you are talking. You're in contact, like, but there is like a state of like silence with this Four of Swords, maybe from you. So with the Four of Swords here, thinking about that kind of energy and maybe where you're at, you may feel pretty good about this connection. Like, you may actually feel pretty comfortable with where things are at. Like very content is what I'm kind of picking up. You could be rejuvenating your energy at the moment. You could be kind of focusing on something else at this time other than this person. Maybe you just want to do a bit of an energy check-in just to see how they're feeling about you. But I really like the imagery of this Four of Swords, you know, like she's in a bird's nest. She's very protected. Like if anything comes for her, like I see these as spikes, like that would protect her while she sleeps. And then she has this beautiful little cute little knitted love heart. So yeah, I don't know, I kind of feel like where you're at in regards to this person, you feel like there's potential for maybe like to level up the connection, maybe turn this crush situation into a relationship is kind of how I pick. Or at least maybe you are maybe dreaming about it, maybe daydreaming about it, maybe trying to manifest it into fruition, into reality. But yeah, I feel like you are at peace with this kind of connection. You're happy where things are at this time. Isn't it funny? We have Hermit popping out at the bottom. So yeah, there could be some distance here, a bit of separation happening at this time. And maybe you're okay with it, but with this Nine of Swords, I actually feel like like your crush is maybe not okay with it. Maybe they have a lot of like mental chatter going on in their mind, thinking the worst when they don't have to think the worst, like anxiety, sleepless nights. Like, this person's not sleeping. This person is very much sleeping. So if that resonates and that sounds like it seems legit, then let's go ahead. Let's find out. How is Pile One's crush currently feeling about them? We have the Moon. There's that, like, and when I think about the Nine of Swords with the Moon, it kind of gives me the impression like they feel like there's more beneath the surface, or maybe they're hiding. There's something hidden. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ooh, there's that sex energy of the Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. One more, please. Oof, Queen of Pentacles, great cards. And on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Queen of Cups. I'm not going to do bottom of the deck energy because it is a work night for me. Okay, everyone loves you. Everyone loves you. Don't do it. Just sit there. Yeah, I'll move these over here. Okay, good girl. Say hello. She's very cute. All right, how are they feeling? Yeah, so the Moon energy kind of gives me the impression like this person has some insecurities here, right? The Moon would suggest that this person is kind of feeling like Maybe they kind of think you're wearing rose-colored glasses, but trust issues are definitely in this person's fields at the moment, I would have to say, only based off that Nine of Swords. I think how they're feeling about you is maybe you have trust issues with them or they have trust issues with you. If this person is trying to connect with their intuition, they could be receiving signs that is sort of tricking their mind for the worst is kind of what I feel, or they could be ignoring the signs in the fact that everything's also good. I'm only being thrown off a lot because of the Nine of Swords, because the moon talks about secrets and somebody having doubts and hiding their true feelings. So maybe this person actually has very strong feelings, and based off the rest of these cards, because these are fantastic cards, I actually would have to say, and they how they feel about you with the Queen of Cups is the overall energy. I said I wouldn't connect with that energy, but this is somebody who is trying to listen to their intuition. They are in their feels for you. Their feelings for you are growing, but they're scared, I would have to say, with the moon. I feel like their ego is trying to maybe protect them here. Yeah, they're definitely hiding feelings from you is what I feel. Now, the Six of Cups in regards to how somebody feels about you is they feel very sweet, loving connection towards you. They definitely feel like soulmate energy as well. There's a sense of nostalgia when you guys are hanging out. If you're not hanging out, you remind them of somebody, or your soul, their soul is you feel very familiar to their soul is what I'm picking up with that Six of Cups. So again, really fantastic cards. And then we have that sexual energy coming through straight up with the Ace of Wands, right? So they're feeling very passionate, romantic attraction towards you. There is this strong, fiery chemistry that is building up within them. So this person is likely to have a heart on for you, or get super wet when they think about being intimate with you. If you haven't already been intimate, this person definitely wants to go there. They definitely think about it a lot. I also feel it being crush energy, how they feel about you is this is a new adventure. So 1 minute they're sort of in their mind thinking the worst, and then the next minute they think about they may sit in this sense of nostalgia and start daydreaming what it would be like to be intimate with you, what it would be like to have a soulmate connection with you, a loving, harmonious connection with you. And I definitely feel this helps them pull them out of this Nine of Swords energy, but they're very much in the Nine of Swords. So maybe you might have to I'm being told no. I think allow things to unfold naturally, and this person needs to find the confidence and the self-value and the self-love within them to know their worth, to know that, if you both are true gems, then this person needs to trust the fact that what they bring to your table is just as good as what you bring to theirs. Okay. Unfortunately, we can never try and force somebody to see their value. And if they don't see their value, they actually end up fucking up us, and they end up fucking up the relationship, and everything becomes very toxic and shit. However, with these other cards here, I would have to say this person will find the confidence to level up. The Ace of Cups, right? How they feel about you is there is this flourishing, healthy relationship building. So there is optimism here with this person, understanding that maybe as time unfolds, this connection will move towards a very healthy relationship, one that will be emotionally fulfilling, one that is filled with harmony and abundance. And I actually feel like this person definitely is looking forward to having genuine emotions felt between both of you. So I think once they get over this Nine of Swords energy, which will probably come after a heart-to-heart conversation, I think this Nine of Swords energy will be out of the way based off these cards. And then to close out your reading with the Queen of Pentacles, they see you as somebody that they could have a stable long-term connection with. I also feel like they see you as somebody who only dates with intention, because you are seeking a loyal partner. They either see you as somebody very successful, very grounded, and very humble with your success as well, or at least they feel maybe that that's how you look at them. But I feel that they definitely see you as somebody who's very responsible, very loyal, with the Queen of Pentacles showing up. So they're aware what you want, I think, would be safe to say here. But I think this person has trust issues that they need to sort of maybe sort out before they can really put all their eggs in the one basket, is what I'm feeling. So keep just doing what you're doing. Allow this person that time and space to deal with whatever it is that they have to deal with. And yeah, I think this is a good read. I think this is a good pile. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Sending much love and light. Bye. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So those of you who chose the karma, the toxic story, new opportunities. So if you missed the intro, as I mentioned, each card was shuffled out of the deck that represents your crush. So this card gives me the impression that either your crush sees, it's like your crush sees you as a new opportunity, either after a toxic karmic story that they've just come out of, or maybe they see themselves towards you as a new opportunity after a very toxic karmic story that you've just come out of. So take that as it resonates. If that's not it, then it is likely to be like, this is a toxic story between the pair of you, and maybe there's a new opportunity for you guys to return and try again. The issue I have with that message is that this is a crush reading. So I want this to, my intentions was to do a reading for people who aren't necessarily in any kind of situationship, but a crush situation is a situationship. Everything is some form of situationship. So I don't want to exclude a situation that maybe some of you could be in. And the fact that that did come to my mind's eye, then I would have to assume like some of you are going to correlate with that. So maybe some of you, you've already had a toxic story with this person. It could have simply still remained in a very new, in the early days of meeting, in the early days of a connection, and maybe there's like a new opportunity for you guys to try again. And the toxic story could have been a toxic ex, interrupting you guys trying to, explore a relationship, explore, a flirty connection. But I do feel for the most of you, I definitely feel like the pair of you or one of you have come out of some kind of toxic situation, and this is a new opportunity that feels like good karma here. We have this door opening with a white light. If that light was dark and shit, I would have to say you can't you two are like full-blown karmic and run for the hills. But I kind of feel like with the white light beaming here, this is this is a good opportunity for you both as opposed to a negative. And just because some of you have experienced a toxic situation maybe with this this crush doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to happen again. A new opportunity wouldn't be presented if it was to traumatize you again, would it? Or would it? Let's see. I feel like you'll either connect with what I've just said, or you'd be like, no fucking way, I'm out. Pick another pile, pick another reader. So what we're going to do before we find out how they're feeling about you, I'm going to pull one card for you and one for your crush. That will give you further confirmation this is your right pile, and then we'll get into your reading. Show me a card to represent pile number 2. Ooh, Judgment. And show me a card to represent their crush. Ooh, alrighty. I'll just do that so when we... You two are very sexually attractive. That's one thing I would say about the two of you. Judgment. Isn't it funny? Because the judgment card in a love reading talks about like second chances in love. So I actually feel like some of you are giving this person a second chance, or you see this as some kind of like rebirth with this person. So I feel like you've had to put the past behind you regarding this person, or maybe you've had to put the past behind you regarding your realizations about love, like seeing your past in a new light. So maybe some of you have come out of a toxic story and you're sort of giving love a second chance with this crush, or you see an opportunity to, like a new opportunity to maybe explore love one more last time before you like raise the white flag and say that's it for me, or you are actually giving this person a second chance. I think it's funny the fact that the judgment came out based off the energy check-in with that karma card. There's inner growth here. And like when I think about this imagery here, you know, her soul looks very freeing, like her soul is freed. I actually feel like some of you may feel this crush has freed your soul. Like you don't feel so negative about love. Like you may actually feeling very optimistic that maybe there is somebody there for you, and it could be this person. Maybe it will work with them, because we do have the Eight of Pentacles. It's such a great card in a love reading. This person is very hardworking and is willing to put in the effort into any relationship. Now, whether or not you've already realized that or not, or this is something that you kind of need to know about them. But I would say if you're a person who's come out of a toxic story, this would be a breath of fresh air, this person, like knowing that they're the kind of person who want to like put in the work and effort. They will focus on like the work that is needed in order to have a successful connection. You may know this person through work with the Eight of Pentacles coming out. This person may be somebody that you know through work is what I would have to say with that Eight of Pentacles. But yeah, maybe if you already have history with this person, both of you have realized that you need to put the past behind you. This person may feel like you need to put the past behind you in order to move forward as well. So if that correlates, awesome. Let's find out how your crush is feeling about you. Pile number 2. Page of Cups. We've got feelings. 10 of Pentacles. Wants to put a ring on it. No. We have Knight of Swords. Commitment issues. 2 of Wands. And look, if you've come out of a toxic connection, King of Pentacles, nice. We do have the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. I did say in pile 1 I wasn't going to read bottom deck energy, but obviously the Hierophant is definitely indicating this person sees you as somebody who is looking for like a traditional higher level commitment. You're definitely somebody who has high morals and values. You treat everybody with a lot of respect with this Hierophant. You could be very religious, very spiritual as well here. But I'm loving these cards, guys. So the Page of Cups definitely tells me how this person is feeling about you, okay? Or maybe what they're thinking about you is like there's an opportunity here for the beginning stages in love, or they feel like you guys are at the beginning stages of love. I feel like they either want you to open up or they want to open up. For some of you, okay, with the Page of Cups coming out, I'm kind of going back to that energy. If there's already been a bit of a history here, I feel like how they feel about you is that maybe if they open up to you, they apologize, maybe reach out to you, they feel like if they truly apologize for doing something that may have been misunderstood, or maybe you misread between the lines or something, I feel like how they feel about you right now is if they were to send a message maybe explaining something, like a connection will, like that message could lead to more, maybe reuniting, rekindling the energy if that resonates. I definitely feel like with the Page of Cups, how they feel about you or think about you is that they see you as somebody who's very sensitive, very genuine. Don't mind the cat. It is parkouring in the cupboard. What are you doing? Ruining everything, aren't you? So pretty. But they also see you as somebody who wears their heart on their sleeve, right? They definitely see you as somebody very sensitive, very loving, and as I mentioned, very genuine as well. I kind of think this person gets like really like fuzzy warmness in their heart when they think about you, which is really cute. The Ten of Pentacles, okay, this is definitely indicating that they feel like they could have a very stable long-term commitment with you. I feel like for some of them, they may want to secure a partnership with you. And I also feel like they know that if they're going to date you, they have to date with the intention of it turning into a relationship. So you may have made it really clear that you do want to start a family here with this Ten of Pentacles. You may have made it really clear that you're done with toxic stories, like you're done with toxic people, like you've had your fair share. So maybe some of you have already voiced like you will not put up with bullshit. You will not put up with more rubbish on your doorstep because, like, you know, the person that you're crushing on or falling in love with is just a piece of shit. That's the sort of vibe. This Ten of Pentacles makes me feel like what this person feels like, if they're going to come towards you, they need to come very fucking correct, because you already have somewhat commitment issues here with the Knight of Swords showing up. This person is aware that you're a person that you can't hide the truth from, right, with this Knight of Swords, but you're also a person that you're highly intelligent. You could be highly intuitive too. Here is how this person could see you. But I just kind of get the impression with the Knight of Swords, it's more about something to do with commitment issues. Like you could have fears about intimacy as well here. And that could solely be from your previous experiences or situations that you've been in. So this person is either really intuitive or you've already shared things in a serious conversation between each other. Like there has been unexpected messages, maybe declarations of past events that have unfolded for you in other connections, or how this person made you feel with some of their actions is sort of the vibe I'm picking up, which could have been the reason why you ran away, or it could have been the reason why this person ran away. I feel like you could be very blunt, like you know what you want and what you don't want. And I think for some of you, this Knight of Swords, how this person feels is like they're aware that you will say what you think, and if they're not ready to hear that, like they can't run away, because that's only going to trigger you more, I feel. But then we have the Two of Wands here. So this talks about they feel you're somebody who will sit and evaluate your options. Like you will never just jump all in. You'll explore the potential with this person before you actually lock it down with this King of Pentacles. So this person sees you as somebody who is very serious. Like you're not here to, as the saying goes, fuck a spider, which is weird, but something I picked up from, I don't know, was it, I don't know, was it, how embarrassing, Love Island, or wasn't Big Brother, I haven't watched that forever, but what's the other one, Maths, like Married at First Sight. But the King of Pentacles, sorry, is definitely giving like strong commitment vibes. Like they see you or they feel you as somebody who's who would be very dedicated to their partner. Like you would probably are likely to go above and beyond is how they feel. You're also a lot more mature than either that they thought you were or that you should be. So whether or not you're very mature for your age, or you are just very mature when it comes to, hey, this is what I'm looking for in this connection. Does that make sense? For some of you may not have even had this conversation yet, but this person knows that if they were to have this open-hearted conversation with you, this is what you would say. So they're reading into you pretty well if that's correlating with your values and your morals pile too. It's safe to say that everyone has commitment issues in some way, shape, or form, but don't allow your commitment issues from past lovers to go and mess something up with an Eight of Pentacles person. Because an Eight of Pentacles person, when they get the green light, like they will put in the work and the effort to make you feel secure, to make you feel stable, but they need the green light. Like they're not going to work to it. Like Pentacles people aren't going to work on a connection or friendships or romantic connections if they don't know the other person is on the same page. So because we're talking about crush energy, just again, allow things to unfold naturally. And I think when that time comes where you've got to bare your soul, God help you, because that's scary. Just allow it to unfold naturally. I think this person could even be manifesting you with candle magic for some of you, or maybe they're learning about spell work, because there's a whole lot of questionable esoteric things going on in the back there. So this person is very interested in your spirituality, I feel, and what you do, maybe what you do for work as well. But I feel at this time, this is pretty positive. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So we have the Children card. So if you missed the intro, as I mentioned, each card was shuffled out of the deck to represent your person. So based off this, your person could be very childlike, very innocent, very fun, a bit cheeky, a bit annoying, a bit playful, a bit flirty, or they have children. Some of them could have 3 specific children, and that would be enough of a clarification. We're not going to leave it there, though, to confirm this is your right pile. But I definitely feel like this person is very fun. Maybe they bring out the childlike energy within you. Maybe they have you feeling very much in your innocent energy. I feel like a lot of you may feel very protective of this person, or they're very protective of you. Like you can feel like, they showed you a very maybe masculine side to them. For others of you, this person could be very childish. Like you just roll your eyes sometimes and think, fuck my life. And even for some of you, maybe there's 3 sides to this person as well, with the 3 kids here. Maybe they do have kids, right? So that's the initial check-in. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to pull 1 card for you, pile 3, and 1 card for your crush, just to give that extra confirmation. So show me a card to represent pile 3. The Temperance. Very angelic of you, pile 3. And then, very cool. You may work with angels, I would say. And not just any old angel, like the big angels. Oh, we've got Lovers. Isn't it funny how I mentioned we got 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So we have Friends to Lovers here maybe. Okay, so this Temperance card for you would indicate to me you are a person who is very much about patience, divine timing, going with the flow, allowing things that come to you that are meant for you. If something isn't working, I feel like you've come to that point in your life where you trust the fact that if a person's going to show up for me, that means it is for me. And if they don't show up for me, then I need to move on. That may have been a really hard lesson for some of you to learn, to be at peace with okay, well, they're not giving me what I deserve or I desire, so I'm going to move on now, is sort of what I'm picking up. I feel like you're in a very mature era at this time, and it may have taken a lot of different kind of people to get you there as well. But But you're a person who's very much about finding balance in relationships. And if there isn't balance and there starts to be an imbalance, you are now trusting your angels, trusting your intuition, trusting the signs the universe provides you, and you are moving on. Like, I think you found a new sense of patience when finding love is where you're at here with this Temperance card. And I feel like a lot of you are working with the divine. You're okay too now with slowly coming together with somebody as well. So maybe this crush and you have been friends for a while. Maybe this crush, right? Maybe for some of you, you may not even be entirely sure that your crush is into you as well, is what I'm picking up. Because when I think about the Temperance in a love reading, it's an energy that's very slow moving, like you slowly come together. And because of that Three of Cups energy at the bottom of the deck, then I feel like you're friends with this person and you've probably been acquaintances or friends for a while. And maybe you guys are just, like I think you're just sort of moving at a slower, very slowly rapid pace. And I know that sounds a bit backhanded, but it's sort of like it's rapidly slow, but it's good slow. You're still connecting, you hang out, like maybe children hang out. Like there is this innocence energy between the two of you. Like you may go out to like do random friend stuff is sort of what I'm feeling. If that doesn't resonate, just let it go. It will resonate for some people. But we do have two major arcana coming out for both of you. So this is a major connection. It is a special union here. Like this person, your crush, you understand that you have a special bond with this person is what I feel. I also feel this person is very passionate. They're very romantic, but I feel like they've had a lot of difficult choices, maybe impacting your connection or impacting connections in general. Is sort of how I feel. This person may have, like maybe you both friend zoned each other because this person chose somebody else, because the Lovers talks about choices, right? And I also want to just swing back to how I mentioned this person may have like three sides to them, because the Lovers is Gemini. The person normally has two sides to them. So this person may have three sides. Maybe you've seen three different sides to them. But yeah, the Lovers card, like who is this person? I do feel like you know or are aware that they are looking for a special union or a partnership with somebody, but they are very picky is what I feel. Maybe they're a person who doesn't want to be with somebody who has children, or maybe they're a person who only wants to be with somebody else who has children because they have children. So take that as it resonates. But yeah, if that sounds like that could be the confirmation you need, awesome. If it doesn't, think about another pile. If not, just not your reading today. But yeah, let's find out. How is pile three's crush currently feeling about them? Oh, King of Cups. So emotionally mature. Oh, there's that very slow energy that we're picking up with your energy. We have two Knights. Wow. See, the thing about, maybe you're the person who has options. And the Justice. So we do have the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and we do have a lot of Court cards here. So I don't know, maybe this person feels like you have a lot of options, right? You're in this Temperance energy, right? Like how I mentioned, like you like this angel on earth, fluttering around, doing the best that you can for those around you. So I feel like you're very, like you could be all about the healer of the ages. Like you heal people through words and energy. So some of you could be like psychic medium, something like that. You could talk to this person about things and it's something they need to hear, but you don't even know that they need to hear it. So this person sees you in this angelic energy. And I feel like with the Five of Cups coming out, this person, how they're feeling about you is some sort of like whether or not they're going to lose you or they've already lost you. They could have already lost you because they chose somebody else in the Lovers. So you've friendship zoned them. Is that the way you say it? You friend zone them, sorry. This is Luna. She's been so cute. So that's sort of what I'm picking up also there. But yeah, the Five of Cups is obviously a low vibe, right? So if you and this person have been like distant, I feel like they're missing you, right? They definitely have some kind of regret over the past, and it could be simply on the fact that they chose somebody else and they've missed that window. And the only reason why I think that is because there's all these other court cards on the table. But irrelevant of that, or beside pushing that to the side, and looking at these cards simply on how they feel about you, the King of Cups definitely talks about them having strong feelings for you because you are very loving, you're very wise, you're very considerate, you know, you're emotionally stable, you're super intuitive. Like, this person kind of gives me the vibes like that the sun shines out of your ass, which is great. But it also talks about having an open and honest connection, or for me, it's communication coming through. I feel like this person, they feel like they need to have an open and honest conversation with you about their feelings. But maybe like with this Knight of Pentacles, right? Maybe they chose somebody else, if the storyline resonates with you, is because you're a slow-moving energy when it comes to love, or at least this is what they think here with the Knight of Pentacles. You may have said to this person at some point, like, you know, I much prefer to focus on a friendship with a person before going into a romantic connection. And this person may have took that like to heart, like took that as holy grail. So focusing on friend zoning you in order to establish that friendship, and then at a later date, like kind of have you on lay-by a little bit. But we are asking, how does a crush feel about you? So I definitely want to bring it back into that energy. So the Knight of Pentacles would indicate they see you as somebody that they could have a serious opportunity of a stable long-term commitment with, right? Because you are somebody dependable, you're loyal, you're stable. And you're also somebody who is looking for a serious relationship. You're a person seeking stability in a relationship setting, or at least that's, yeah, what they think about you, whether or not that's how you feel. The Knight of Cups, again, there's this heart-to-heart talk. How they feel and what they're thinking is that they want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you. They see you as somebody very compassionate and very charming as well here with the Knight of Cups. And they want to open your heart to love. So if there's been some form of rejection here, I think they want a second chance, you know. And I think once you have this heart-to-heart conversation, if that resonates as something that needs to happen, I feel like this person would like apologize for maybe misreading between the lines. Seven of Wands, I think they feel or see you as somebody who has faced a lot of challenges, right? And because of that, you're a person who could be a bit resistant to them taking action, or resistant into just like throwing yourself into relationships without actually exploring whether or not you are a good match. But Seven of Wands is about a person setting healthy boundaries in romantic connections. So I definitely feel like it's more leaning into that energy with that Seven of Wands. Like, you're very much inner peace. So you're not just going to allow any motherfucker to come in and ruin your peace. And that is the cats traumatizing the decks. Like, you're not easily going to give in to people wooing you and seducing you and charming the pants off you, is how this person feels, is what I think with that Seven of Wands. And to close out your reading with the these cats, they're in play mode. To close out the reading with the Justice card, Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of feel like this person might feel you will weigh up the pros and cons about a connection with them. You're definitely a person that needs to be treated fairly, because if you're not treated fairly, you will objectively view that, I guess, treatment and probably walk away, is how I feel. Like, I think you're a person, this person sees you or feels that you're a person who will always seek out the truth, weigh up the pros and cons before you move a connection into a relationship. Like, you're a person who is very logical, also very grounded, and you're not going to have some higher level commitment with like a piece of shit, is sort of how I feel here. Like, you take relationships very, very seriously, because the Justice card does correlate with marriage. It correlates with somebody who means business when it comes to relationships. Like, again, you're not here to like fuck a spider. So yeah, there seems to be a seriousness to you when it comes to who you give your time and energy to, and at least this is what they're feeling and thinking, which is great. Like, you know, when you think about that temperance energy that we're picking up with, like, that is why you want to take things slowly with people. And I think this person has a lot of respect for you for that. So let me know if that resonated. And I do hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time. Bye.